Hello and welcome back all of you my dear students to our new video. Now in the previous videos we have learned a lot regarding the industries. I have told you about the importance of industries. Okay, industries, we have learned about their importance. Then we have seen the three sectors of economy. Okay, we have seen what is the function that these industries do, okay, and what are the facilities that it could provide. And also we have seen that how does this industry help us or help nation for the development of the people and the nation in itself, because if people are developed, if the standards of people is improving, then you see that the nation will automatically develop. So this is what we have learned up to now regarding the industry importance, these three sectors of economy. I hope you remember the primary, secondary and tertiary. And in that I told you that agriculture is where we get our raw material from. Okay, agriculture, mining, fishing and all these industries, all these activities, we get our raw material from that particular sector, primary sector. Then I told you regarding the secondary sector. Okay, secondary sector is what? The industries where we process the the raw materials that we get from the primary sector, and then we send them to the markets where it is called as the service sector of the economy, and this is where the consumers get the products. Okay, the consumers will get their products in this third sector of the economy. That is what? Three sectors. Then I told you the function of the industry is to make, like, convert the raw materials into the finished products by processing them. And when these things are converted over there in the finished products, we are adding values to them. Okay, we add values, addition of value is done and processing is done on them. And due to this process, what happens is that we are creating what we call as finished products. Okay, finished products. And I told you, if once finished products are created, what will happen is that this consumer will waste less amount of time and less amount of efforts and energy in using the raw materials and kind of doing the work that we do from this thing. Like you see, I gave you an example of the cotton and the cloth industry, because you see we don't wear cotton on our body. We wear them, we view them, okay, we process them and we convert them into yarns, and these yarns are then used to make cloth, and this cloth is what we use for ourselves. And that is how you see we waste less time in certain things, and we give our time for development of our knowledge and all these things, and we engage in different activities of work. So that is how you see industries have a really important role to play in the development of a nation and also in the life of an individual. So now today we will be learning about the types of industry. What are the different types of industry? Previously we have seen what are the different types of sectors. Now today we will be learning what are the types of industries. Now basically there are three different types of industries based on the size and the equipments that we use in these industries. So small industries, then medium industries and large industries, very simply. Okay, small, medium, large. Okay, sorry, small, medium and large. So in this small industries, the manpower that is used, it is less. Then the production is not much very complicated. Okay, it is very simple process that we follow through, and we can like the output of all this industry is very fast. Okay, the product that is used, the processing done on it is very of little much amount, and it is very fast. Now small industries, like for example, there are certain bakeries. Okay, then there are certain people who make pots. Okay, these small things are there. Okay, then there are certain people who will make a very small thing like crockery and all these things, so they are kind of considered in the small industries. Okay, then next, medium industries, you see the process that is done over here is little bit complicated, not that much, but still it is significant, and it requires more labor work, more machineries than the small industries, and it also requires, the process is a little bit much longer than these things, and it requires more technology and all these things. So this is what is called as medium industry. And for example, the sugarcane industry. Okay, sugarcane, then production of jaggery. Okay, these different industries, production of clothes, these are considered as the medium industries. Then the next thing is the large industries. Like you see here, very heavy works are done. Okay, large industries, we can also call it as heavy industries. Okay, heavy work is being done in these types of industries. Like you see, processing of or making of cement, then using iron and all these things and to make different types of material. Okay, it is what iron and steel industries. Okay, iron and steel industries. Then you see, we make heavy vehicles. Okay, by using this iron and steel. So vehicle, logistics, transportation, all these things are done in this heavy industries. So this is what three basic types of the industry, in which it is just the difference of the process that we do, the type of machinery, equipments that we use, and also the type of labor that is required. Because you see, in heavy industries, the labor or the workforce that we require, it should be skilled workforce. Okay, they should have certain amount of skill, then only they could be they could be kind of beneficial for the industrial works. Then over here they also require much skills, but because you see, by practice all these things can be done by even an uneducated person. Here you need a lot of literacy for working in this place. Then here you can just practice, even if you have not done it some other times, but if you practice this thing, then you can do it. And here it requires kind of no certain specific amount of learning and formal education. We can learn this thing as we can do it. Okay, so this is what different types of industries. Now the output that is produced from all of these three industries is different. Okay, even in number, size, and the quality of all these things is also different. So that is why you see, the income that is generated by all of these industries is different, because you see, in small industries the processing required is very much less, so the value of this the pricing, the costing of this material is also very less. Then this is a little bit more than the small industries, and again you can see the vehicles and all these things are really very expensive. So that is why large industries earn most money. Okay, so this is what it is all about. Now as we have learned about the small, medium and large industries or heavy industries, there is again one more type of industries that we have to study, that is called as agro based industries. Okay, agro based industry. Now you see, we in India, our country is an agrarian country. Most of our Indian economy or the people in our country depend on agricultural activities for their day-to-day livelihood. Okay, almost about 45% to 55% of people are engaged in the agricultural activity in our country. So if we just say 50%, our total population is 135 crore, and in that 135, almost about 70 crore people are engaged in these activities, okay, which are agricultural based. So this is why in our region, in our countries, such as agrarian countries, the industries that are agro based, these industries are very helpful for the development of that particular nation or that particular area. So you see, the most important example that we know about the sugar cane, okay, sugar cane and cotton that we have seen, okay, we have developed this sugarcane industries and cotton processing industries over in our places, and we produce a lot of this output of sugarcane and cotton, and that is why you see in this agrarian country it is really very much importance to it is of very much importance to develop certain industries which will be helpful for the agricultural produce and to make them into certain finished products. Because you see, if we are only producing sugarcane and cotton, and it is not kind of producing, like we are not making certain products out of them, what will happen? The sugarcane have limited use, okay, they are very limited, they have very limited use, but once they are converted into sugar, it has a lot of use. Because you see, the people who are making the use of this sugar are more, okay, people will use it for bakery, they will use it for different food industries, okay, packaged food industries they will be using. Then again, in order to make certain different products out of this sugar cane and the sugar, we have a lot of different types of people who will use it as a raw material. Because you see, yes, sugarcane is a raw material, but sugar is also a raw material for a lot of different industries, okay, that is why these agro-based industries are really of, like, they are really very much important for us. Then again, as the example of cotton that we always take, you see, we develop this cotton into yarns, okay, we use these yarns to make clothes, okay, clothes are made, and then these clothes are sent to different industries, okay, different fashion designing institutes, and then they produce different types of clothes, okay, variety of clothes, different quality, different kind of fashion designs and all these things. Because you see, clothes nowadays are of a lot of importance, because today the demand of these things is increasing very rapidly, and due to this, due to industries only, it has been so flourished in this manner. So that is why agro-based industries are really important for us. Now, if agro-based industries are there, then what will happen? The people who are doing agriculture, their products will be used, okay, their products will be used in that particular country only. And if we use these industries and these products, what will happen? We can increase the manufacturing capacity, okay, we can increase the manufacturing capacity of our nation, and we can sell these products to the nations, those who are not agrarian countries, okay, we can sell these products to the nations, those who are not the agrarian countries, and this is the advantage that we have got, okay. If we are this type of country and we are also manufacturing these things, then we have an upper hand, then we can sell these products and then we can earn money from the other countries. So what will happen? The cash inflow will be in towards our country. So that is why these types of industry are really important, okay. Small, medium and heavy industries along with the agro based industries are really important for the development of the nation. But a question comes, the question is, who will develop all these industries? Who will be responsible for developing these industries in rural areas where the people have less education and they have less knowledge about this certain processes and the equipments, how to do it, how to use them to producing such certain things. So the development of industries is really important, and who is responsible for that? Of course, the government. and how government does the work of developing these industries in rural places. That is what we will be learning in our next video. So until then, have a nice day and bye.